So I built my project based on what I thought could be a good solution for as an alternative to our current outcomes documentation. So if you're like me, you've experienced a little bit of frustration with the different types of documents that we have to go through to complete our outcomes work. I find that finding the schedule or knowing where my homework is a little bit challenging at times just because it's spread over different Google documents, kind of like this one. And I believe this one is something like 26 or 27 pages long. And then there's other documents like your outcome sheet. So I thought this could be like a potential proof of concept where it could be a potential solution for organizing this and just making it a little bit easier to access the work that we have to complete for outcomes. So going through the site, there's a I have a couple models, including users, cohorts, and then there's a join table between users and cohorts called memberships. So just to demonstrate the CRUD of users, we're going to go ahead and sign up. And I have email in here because I wanted to match up with uh, what the fields are for Garnet in case this ever needs to be integrated. But I can kind of fudge it a little bit and just use my name. So we're just going to say my email is RobZ. My password is just going to be PWD. Going to throw in an image in here. And this is a little bit of a glitch, but this is uh, something I just didn't really feel like working through. So I'm just going to assign my homework ID so these things can be connected. So once this is submitted, you land on your homepage, and there's a couple cool things that we have here. So obviously you have your profile name, your information, your picture. Um, but one of the things I really felt was important was organizing the outcomes roadmap. So as you can see over here, there's all the information that you need for your upcoming week, and even at the bottom you can have things like resources embedded. So we'll go ahead and click on DC Tech Meetups, and that'll link out to a link that's been provided by the outcomes team. So we'll go ahead and close that, and we'll come back. So getting through the outcomes list was a little bit of a challenge. So I just wanted to organize this and just make it a little easier to switch back and forth between weeks without having to go scroll through a ton of pages and lose track of where you were. So this little function right here is just a little bit of jQuery. I guess there might be a way to do it in Rails, but I had kind of had it written already, so I wanted to just dump it in. So to demonstrate the rest of the CRUD for the users, we can go here and edit. I'll go and edit my name, make it RobZ 2.0. We'll submit it, and as you can see, it's updated. So then the next thing to show is all the users. So we can just come to see all cohorts and view all the students for WDI 13. So as you can see here, we can see all the students that are part of WDI 13. Why don't we go click on the Man in Black's profile? So one of the other things we can do is also view the homework. So when you're trying to organize the homework, it's kind of like spread all over the place amongst these documents. So I wanted to have like a central repository for all the homeworks that are out there. I only made one example of it, but we can go ahead and look at the brand statement, type in some information. And this will come back. So then if we want to go back and ever edit this homework, it's already there for us. So we'll return back to our profile. One last feature I wanted to implement, which I thought was cool, inspired by Andy's API class yesterday, was to have a list of all the DC Tech meetups. So I was able to use the API from Eventbrite and return all the upcoming DC Tech meetups and show you can link out to the meetup, and it shows you when and where it's going to be as well as a description of what it's going to be. So I thought this was a cool feature and just something that'd be like nice to have as a potential feature on an outcome site if it were ever implemented. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope everyone's project too went really well.